The city of Granger is taking steps to add to its EMS department. This comes after more than a dozen people resigned about 2 weeks ago.
And new members were approved during tonight's city council meeting. KCCI's Kayla James is live in Granger. Kayla, city leaders voted on the hiring of nearly a dozen people tonight.
Yes, Stacy and Ben, that's correct. Tonight, the City Council approved the hiring of 11 people for their EMS program, including someone who will have the title EMS Chief. Now, the city says there are now 21 people a part of the EMS program, ranging from nurses, EMTs, paramedics, and certified drivers. The approvals happened quickly during tonight's City Council meeting. When the meeting got to the EMS portion, the first motion was to approve the resignations from last month. That was done unanimously. Those resignations following the firing of the former EMS program director caused some backlash. It was to a point tonight. One man spoke up about it during the public comment section.
I don't think the full story is known on either side of the conversation right now. And I would urge everybody involved in that conversation, whether it be online, in person, here, out there, now, later, keep it civil.
Now, I spoke with the Granger City Administrator over the phone today. He shared the merger between the EMS program and fire department would help further establish professional volunteer fire department. He says that's when some professionals that are paid on call, and that there are also volunteers who backfill and support response, with the goal to respond 24 hours a day. He says this would help the growing community of Granger. The mayor did not wish to speak on camera with us today, but during tonight's meeting, he addressed the backlash going on social media. He also shared more about what people can expect from next week's public forum.
I think some of the social media stuff is frankly ridiculous and out of control. I'm here. I'm going to talk about not just EMS and fire, but I'm going to talk about all the departments in the city. I always do. What we're doing, the things we have going, economic development. I think what you're going to see is the good by far outweighs the bad.
Now, that public forum will take place here at the community center next Monday at 6 p.m. As for the EMS program and the fire department, the city says the target date is July 1st for the merger. There are still some things that they have to do with the ordinances. For now, live in Granger, Kayla James, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
Thank you, Kayla. The former EMS program director previously told KCCI she felt she was terminated because she didn't agree with the direction the city wanted to take the program. The mayor told KCCI previously the director's behavior changed after a meeting in March when it was announced the EMS budget would be reduced by $35,000. It was also then announced that the EMS department would be restructured under the fire department.